Hello, it's me, Shiros. So, the other day, I asked in my Instagram stories for questions and thoughts for Girls Talk series about various topics such as online class, quarantine, movie, etc. And I got a lot of responses from my friends, and thank you so much for the questions. I really appreciate them, and I thought that it would be really fun to make a video of me answering the questions. But honestly, I just picked some of the questions that I thought would be most interesting. So, the first question is, have you been baking? And the answer is yes, I have been baking and cooking, but not a lot because we usually order takeout. I just bake two types of kue raya, which is honey cornflakes and also mazola peanut cookies, which are my favorite kue raya of all time. I really grateful. Thank God it turns out delicious because I made them when I was fasting, and it was also the first attempt in my life to bake. Yeah. All right. Next question. Right. So I am the kind of friend that friends with everyone, but sometimes I just don't feel like talking with them. What do you think? All right. So I think it's perfectly fine for you to feel like this. Everybody has to have personal space. It is okay to alienate yourself because it is your right what to do with your time, and you absolutely don't have to force yourself to talk or text them when you feel like this, because you will end up hurting them with your dry response. So if your friends are really your friends, they would understand that you need some space. Real friends don't feel like the need to talk or text to each other every day because eventually you will run out of topic to talk about. And for me, just once in a while, energetic text or calls or hangouts, I think are adequate. And yeah, so the most important part of friendship is definitely understanding and supporting your friend. All right, next question. What have you been doing during MCO or quarantine? All right, so honestly, I was not productive at all. Like, no, I'm not. I mostly just sleep and social media and Netflix. um, but I think my quarantine got more interesting because my two cats were in labor, but not at the same time, of course. They are apart for about 15 days, and my time is occupied by looking after the kittens because funny enough that the two cats are confused with their offspring, and they steal each other they steal each other's children, and that is kind of bad. So I need to make sure that each kitten are with the right mother. All right, moving on to the next question is, or I don't need uni anymore. Okay, it's not a question, it's a statement, but honestly, this is quite a heavy subject. I understand that being in a university is hard because it's totally different from high school. The class are different, the way they teach is different, and it's pretty hard to make friends. I have been there, and honestly, I have been struggling with them. Sometimes I even doubt myself and had a little bit of regret of my choice, but I think it helps if you think back at yourself before you went to uni. Like, what was your reason to go to uni? What was it that made you pick the course that you are taking right now? Is it because of your parents, or was it because that you want to follow your dreams and passion? For me, it's because the reason I want to study civil engineering was to follow my passion. And I found out that even though the class is hard, I really enjoy it. So yeah, follow your passion. All right, next question is advice for single ladies who are high-key avoiding commitment. All right, ladies, if you want to avoid commitment and stay single until you die, then okay, cool. But have you ever thought why you don't like commitment? Is it because you're afraid of getting hurt? Is it because you have thick, high wall around you, tall wall? As someone who was like that, my advice for you is to wait to find the right person, the person that you can fall in love with, the person who makes commitment feel like it's a no big deal. So pick your partner like wisely, and pick someone who is mature, kind, supportive, encouraging, so then you can feel like the relationship is actually really nice and not burdensome. All right, next question. All right, I'm looking forward for Raya this year, but I'm scared of how empty and weird it's going to feel. All right, so for those of you all know that this Raya is really different from any other Raya, because we're not allowed to go back to hometown for Idul Fitri. So this means that we can't really see our grandparents, our relatives, and it's very, I know it's really weird, right? Even Ramadan this year is a bit different, but I don't think that the spirit of Raya is gone. Please don't make it gone. Please just put on the Raya songs loudly because that's what I do like every day. But I think like this year is much more intimate with your closest family members, and I think that it gives you more opportunity to connect and deepen your relationship with them. This year is definitely more meaningful, more relaxed, because there is no rush to get on the road and to just visit the relatives and stuff. And yeah, we can definitely take our time to Salam Raya and also to eat on the morning of Raya. And also I think that this year is, for most people, would have like less spending, and I'm so grateful for that, because every year I spend a lot on Raya. For example, I buy a lot of clothes, shoes, bags, etc. And I just feel like this year I can be more relaxed and not showing off, you know? So, modest. Right. Next question. Oh, okay. Which is actually the last question is one word. Wait. One word about this year that you want to focus on and why. So, I really, really like this question because I spent so much time just thinking about it, like what one word. And I finally arrived to a conclusion, which is plan. My word is plan because why? I don't have one. I don't have a plan. Honestly, what were you supposed to do after you graduate or after anything like internship or whatsoever? What should I do with my degree? Which company should I apply to? What experiences should I need? What is the time when I have to buy a house or a car? Stuff like that. And all my life I have been just follow the flow type of girl, and I think that maybe it's time for me to have a clear path of where I'm going because I am already 20 this year and I need to figure out how to become a proper adult and have future plans if in case something goes wrong. So thank you so much for this question because it has made me think a lot. all right thank you so much for you who have made this far in my video. Just remember that we are all going through our problems right now, but you are not alone. So see you next time.